Welcome to the Locker, Season 6, Episode 25, Game Week. Man, what's going on, man? It's Game Week, man. You ready?
Man, this is gotta be the first game week in a long time that I'm excited about.
Really?
Yeah, because you really have no idea. You have no idea this year. There's like last year, for example, you had Deion Walker, you had Pop Johnson, you had Max Harrison. You kind of had Jordan and Ty. You kind of had an idea of what they were going to do defensively. And offensively, you had Dane and Berrien. You thought Brock was going to be something like there was a level of expectation. The year before there was Devin Leary and we had Ray Davis coming. Like there were these years we've had someone or a group of guys that you kind of had an idea. You have no idea right now. It's almost a totally new defense. The front is totally new. You have two linebackers that have not played together as a unit. You have an offense that regrouped the whole O-line. You lose Dane Key, you lose Berrien. You got a new quarterback again. Like, there is no one on this team that I can say, oh, he's going to be that dude. Like, we thought Deion Walker was going to be that dude. We thought Max was going to be that dude. I'm not sure defensively. Right now, I can put my finger on, you can count on this guy being that dude. Same thing offensively. So I'm excited because that it's a complete level of unknown.
That's a bunch of disrespectful shit you spewing there. I'll tell you a couple things about some unknowns, Van House.
Okay.
Did you ever change head coaches?
No.
Did you ever change defense coordinators?
Yes.
Was it optimistic or pessimistic when you changed defense coordinators?
Well, the change was a guy who was my coach.
Right. Well, I'm saying for the team. We ain't talking about you.
Oh,
you ain't no selfish player, so I know.
I would say this that way. I would say this: if it was a guy who came in from another team, it would be some pessimism because he knows nothing about us and we know nothing about him.
So the fact he came from inside kind of gave you comfort.
For sure. And he was my position coach. So it gave me comfort.
Do you understand? And I don't know if you ever listened to the story. I don't know if you ever listened to me tell reporters this story about when Hal Mumme came and we played Louisville that first game. And at that point, I didn't know Lee Corso was a Louisville fan. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
And we was watching me, D. Homer was roommates at this point. I was only roommates with him my first year. I guess because we was both running back. So we had to get the playbook together or whatever. So we watching the game. Was it a 4:00 game or something? Whatever it was, we were watching games before we played. And it wasn't a night game.
Right.
We watching the game, and then we watching. Lee Corso says, they're so-and-so, they're running around like Smurfs. They don't hit in practice. New coach doesn't have any college experience. Louisville by 50. Oh man, we damn near tore the room up. We go but you can hear everybody else. So we was at the Hilton back then. Everybody in the hall, everybody losing their mind. So we got one back in there and got focused. Man, we got to tear their ass up because they don't know what we were seeing in practice. Now our defense couldn't stop us, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know our defense couldn't stop nobody else. I thought we was just that good. Point was, it was the disrespect that they spewed at us. That because even when Hal Mumme came in, I was pessimistic. But when you watch the spring game, you could tell that we had something going. But they don't hit, they don't do this, they don't do that. Man, I mean, rest is history. Whole point was people were down on it. I mean, so you saying in this era, you might be, but it probably was more pessimistic then. Only upside you had was Tim Couch coming back.
Right.
At that point, Craig Yeast wasn't a known. No. I wasn't a known. Nobody on the defense was really the only person you could rely on Tim Couch. And if you watch, and Craig didn't really get up on the spring games. He was nice, but he had the local. Point was, so here's the point. That's what I said. Since you started off on unknowns, second unknown, the second week in a row I don't want a throwback jersey. The first one everybody knows who that was. Who this?
That's on T. Davis. Looks like it. 30. Was it 31?
31.
Yeah.
No.
It ain't T. Davis?
No.
Who is it?
Kelly Herndon.
Damn.
My high school quarterback.
Okay.
Point guard. Best friend since we was 2 years old. Live right down the street on the same. Well, our backyards connected. Go up the street. Point was, this is why I say this. This is the only reason it came up. Unknowns. So I ain't gonna go. I'm not going down this whole long diatribe about how I end up at Kentucky and where my first two choices was Ohio State and Michigan. After I told you plenty of times when I had it after my coaches messed up my relationship with Michigan, then Ohio State was mad because I picked Michigan first. My mother said, wherever you go to school, I want to watch all your games.
Right.
And I'm not flying. So it had to be within driving distance. Kelly Herndon, my best friend since 2 years old, went to Toledo. So my last two choices was going to play with my best friend.
Okay.
Or, I could have went to Indiana, West Virginia, some stuff like that. But the interest I had was playing with my best friend and Ray Doerr's recruitment. So I chose Kentucky. So just like I chose Kentucky, and that point, I'm choosing Kentucky again. But those were unknowns.
I like it. I like it. So, or is there any rap beef between you and your buddy?
My best friend?
Yeah, or are there any rap beef? Because since we playing Toledo and they supposed to be the favorite, is there any rap beef?
Nah. So I don't know if you remember when we had my high school coach on here, we did that. It was dude working out. There's a dude working out while he was interviewing with us, and it was real dark.
Right.
Yeah, that's him. He different, man. He different. Like he a different breed, man. All right, so this is what we're gonna do this week. We got through the first 10 minutes of the show. So I'm gonna put in the link. You click on the link. You go backstage. We bring you in. You can converse with Van and I. I guess conversate is a word now. In 2025, it's actually a word. 2000, yeah. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So it's gonna go all over. You click the link. Don't come on with no. I know it's we're not governed. Your screen names. It don't have to be real, but don't come on with nothing silly, and don't say nothing silly because I'll drop you. But we're gonna let you come on. If you want to have your camera on, you can have it on. Don't have no silly avatars. I mean, all the stuff you shouldn't do. I know this is a free show, but it's because Van and I respect the locker room. So y'all got to put it like this. Anything if you came into Kentucky's locker room after a game, anything you wouldn't do there, don't do here, because this is why we call it the locker. But anyways, we're going to get into it, and I'm going to put out the link now. But I heard you, I got a chance to hear a little bit of, man, on KSR, man. Go ahead, man. Give it a plug, man. If you feel just, I mean, I really don't need no plug from us because everybody knew before. Well, yeah, everybody knew before. Did everybody know me? No. I think you told me first.
So KSR graciously sent out a filler for me to join their football podcast on Mondays. I guess what's that, 2-ish o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be Nick Roush, Drew Franklin, Adam Luckett, and myself. So tune in. Look, I'm sorry, y'all at KSR. I apologize in advance. Tune into this show first. Then y'all can go over there and tune into that show. Make sure you tune into this show. And then if you want to, you can go, to the KSR show Mondays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'll tell you what, if you want to find a stand-up guy, you see one right there. We see one over there. If a guy plugs a show that ain't that HR ain't paid him in 6 years over a show, and it could be pennies. I mean, 50 cents is more than 50 cents is more than 0 cents. So, but man, go give me I like the mixture, man. It ain't as I think they respect you too much to go at you like I do. So you kind of get a different vibe, but you already do good on. So I mean, I enjoyed it. So I like hearing other people's perspective because me and you we both thinking the same thing. We just picking each other's brain. Me watching you with them, they asking you stuff that I wouldn't think to ask because I feel like I probably already know it. But it's but no, go give it a check out. What do you think about? So it's been, I don't know why it's been huge news to you or no. Ty Bryant returning punts. After you told me Law was so dynamic.
Look, man, it is interesting that people get off. You know what? It's like we'll become a culture of complainers. Here's the thing, Anthony. When I played for Kentucky, Keo Sanford was by far the fastest guy on the team. It wasn't even a discussion.
By far, was Yeasty there?
Yeah, Yeasty at that time wasn't faster than Keo. Yeasty's freshman year, he wasn't faster than Keo.
Yeah. So
Keo was by far the fastest. And guess what they did? They tried to put Keo back there. It ain't work out. Because the thing about punt returns that people don't understand in high school, like I'm coaching my high school punt returners. In high school, you face a good punter probably 1 every 6 games. All the rest of the guys just kicking the ball. They ain't punters, they're just kicking that ball. So the ball's gonna come out weird, and you're gonna have chances to return it right back down that throat because it's gonna be low and it's gonna be coming at you hard. It's gonna be low and hard, and you can whatever.
Pause.
But
go ahead.
In college, the ball is going at least 4 seconds. At least 4 seconds in the air. At least 4. There's an element of danger in punt return in college and NFL. So you need someone who can just catch the ball. Catch the ball first and then return. How many? I want y'all to understand. I'm not going to even give you the question. There were 2 punt return for touchdowns last year. 2 in conference. And 1 was by Vandy. So they don't count. You had 1 punt return for touchdown. We worry about the wrong thing. We need a guy who can protect the hidden yards, which we have not protected in the past couple of years. We don't need that ball to bounce, then bounce an extra 20 yards. The offense got to convert an extra 2 first downs. If the coaches believe in him, he's good. Trust me, coaches' careers are based on players' performance. If he can't perform, they wouldn't put him back.
Well, they didn't subscribe to they didn't came into the car. We taking guests today.
Who the hell? Who balls enough to come up on here? What the hell?
Hey,
when did you get fired, JD? When won't you get fired, man?
Oh, I'm on break right now.
Okay. Man, what you got for us, man?
Oh no, I was just wanted to jump in here and see what was going on behind the scenes.
Oh, you want to stand? No, you can't stand the backstage. You want to stand in the backstage?
Yeah, man. You can't be a mole.
No, I'm excited though. I'm excited though.
You like Van? You 9-10 excited?
I'm not 9-10 excited, but after Van got on me last week when I was saying I was neutral until things started, I went back and reevaluated. I'm sitting at like 8-4 now.
You're a little bit better than me. What's your 4?
My 4 losses: Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and I think it was Auburn or Florida, but I can't really remember. I have to go back through and look again.
So you close to me. All that, or I mean, did I? No, I think I took, Tennessee, and then between Florida, South Carolina, and Auburn, we're gonna drop one of them. So we almost the same, but we're gonna drop another one between those three.
So yeah, I'm the more I read and the more I watch and the more I look at, the more excited I get and the more confidence I get in them being better this year.
I'll tell you what. I don't know how Van feels. I'm gonna ask you. I'm losing, so I'm bringing steam to the table because, as I told Van, I remember what Lee Corso said about us. But I also do know there's gonna be a drop off on talent, but I think we're gonna make that up in effort. Problem is, every time you turn around, and Mark Stoops may be genius, either a smart ass or a dumb ass. Every time you turn around, Mark Stoops is changing the lineup, dropping a bomb on us. And I'm saying Ty Bryant returning punts ain't a bomb on. He did it in high school. And like Van said, we want somebody who's going to secure the ball. It also gives you a whole nother element on punt return when you got a person that's going to be on the field no matter what. But it's every time you turn around, man, Mark Stoops is throwing something at us. And me as a football guy, it makes me feel uncomfortable. So as a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, head coach, maybe that's why he's doing it. Maybe he should have saved all this shit for Lane Kiffin. We're going to, even if we blew him out, we're going to make a couple changes. We're going to, I wasn't happy with our performance. And then Lane might be scratching his head. But right now, I'm losing a little bit of my steam because I'm like, why? Like, so you're not certain going into this game? Because he's steadily changing people. There's rumored that Jagger Burton is going to be the damn center. And there's rumors he not.
But Burton's he has number one on the depth chart at center.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens with, at guard, because if there's an issue at guard, then you'll see him changing spots. But
I don't see, if we have issues at guard with Braun and Farmer, this season is over. I'm just being honest.
100%.
If we have problems with an all SEC guard and a guard that, from Tom Leach said, is probably one of the better linemen in the fall camp and spring. If you lose those two guys, the season's over because their backups are young. We don't have experience as backups. So I can't see us not. Here's the only concern. Can Burton give the ball to the quarterback when he's in shotgun? That's it.
And that's the number one concern, ain't it?
That's a big concern.
Get the ball to the quarterback.
That's a big concern. We shall see.
Lord. He better get fired. He better get fired. They just asked him, they said, "Are you on podcast right now?"
Hey,
those are just co-workers.
Tell them to tune in to the locker right now. Hey,
maybe that's how they know. Maybe they're tuning in, or maybe that's where they see it.
On your phone. You can watch it on your tablet. You can get it any way you want to. We there for you.
So hold on, Van. So what you and JD saying over there is what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, just like I heard all of a sudden there was a quarterback battle, although Zach Calzada was getting 75% of the snaps, 3/4 of the snaps. So now we're hearing that, I'm not saying there's a discrepancy on the line, but the guy that we tried to move to center last year is going back there, which means you may not have nobody that you could have put there. And that's not a knock to him. That's not a knock to the guy playing the position. I'm not about to jump on nobody like Van came out the gates doing. I'm just saying, like you said, rule number one is get the ball into the quarterback's hands and protect after that, immediately after that.
Correct.
So we might have to I was gonna say we might have to thank JD and thank him for calling with. Thank you for your call. You got something else
I
for
put
us,
in
man?
headphones.
No, Anthony, we have a backup center that played center at West Kentucky. So it's not that we don't have a backup. Jager might present the better option. Look, you just brought up Eli Cox, but before Eli Cox, there was Luke Fortner. So maybe we get to the Luke Fortner experience from guard to center more than Eli Cox experience from guard to center. It's game one. You got to be positive, my brother.
I've been positive enough.
Ah, shit. If you ain't go 10 wins, you ain't positive.
Come on, AJ, man. Come on in here.
Hold on, Ant. I'm sorry.
I'm damn sure not positive. I'm jealous of all
No.
their success. But you got to earn this shit.
Hold on. I ain't never seen AJ look that damn nice in that picture he popped up on his saver, his whatever they call it. Damn, AJ, you clean up nicely. Pause. You clean up nicely. No Diddy.
Why you pause that, man? You give a man a compliment.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not secure with your masculinity.
But some people out in this world, man, that
we ain't worried about them. We ain't worried about them.
That's facts. I see you, AJ.
Dapper Dave.
He'll come on this show looking dapper.
I go back to now. Y'all got me thinking. Y'all talking about if this don't work, we got backups. That ain't really where I'm at. I ain't really talking about no backups. Van. Now this time I usually be saying it in jest. This time I'm saying it in reality. You came out with a team. Now this is reality. So I'm not joking with you. Came out on a team that finished the season 1-10. Y'all came out this bitch thinking, you know what? We're gonna fight as hard as we can, and if it don't work, hold on. Because I was on the team next year, and I heard dudes saying, you know, they gonna when we get down by 50, they're gonna put you in. So y'all was already playing with some hoes. Like it was already some hoes on the team. So hold on. Nah. Let me talk. You done talk to KSR. You done talked all week on every show. So my point is, I'm not coming when I was getting confidence. It wasn't false bravado. It was hungry guys that I knew was gonna come out and prove their point, and they was gonna do whatever they had to do. When the coaches and you know in front of the fans, and when the coaches give them an opportunity. Now y'all turn it into if this don't work, then we got this person lined up. No, because you know when we lined up in 97, everybody knew Tim Couch was going to be the quarterback. When we lined up in 98, everybody knew Tim Couch was going to be quarterback. There was no question. So now we got all these questions. So I go back to my original point. It was either false bravado, smoke and mirrors, or there's a real issue that we ain't as tough as we think we are, but we don't know. Even the coach don't know, which is worrisome. That's all I'm saying.
Anthony, do you really think there was a quarterback competition? No. I'm not. I think it was more just a media thing and a thing to gas up Cutter for next year.
Cutter ain't sticking around. If Cutter don't play this year, he ain't sticking around. He ain't. Jamarian ain't. So, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, for sure, Wilcox will be gone. But if Boley knows for sure he's the starter next year, then I don't think there's any reason that he would leave.
Ben House, correct me if I'm wrong. If he knows he's going to be the starter next year, wouldn't he be getting some reps? Like, wouldn't he be 50-50 in the quarterback battle? Wouldn't he have a package or two? No. If you know he's going to be the starter next year at the beginning of a prior year.
No.
Oh, that's the defensive mindset. Oh, I forgot you was spoon-fed. You was
Anthony, hold on.
You ain't never have to worry about. You ain't have to worry about coming off the bench.
Hold on. When Pookie Jones was the starting quarterback my freshman year, there was no backups with a package. There was no backup, the potential starter next year. of getting reps. You trying to win games. This ain't
Right.
down Twinsburg Heights High School where everybody gets to play and everybody gets a damn trophy. No.
No, everybody will get to play out there. Shit. And y'all better hope we get up by 40. You better hope we get up by 40.
Well,
like
so there you go.
Okay.
No, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is how it rolls for me. Carter Bowley has no film. He has one game where he starts, and he don't want to show that film.
Right.
So where is he gonna go after this season and start? His best chance is to stay here another season, battle it out, and see if he can be a starter. If not, then he goes down a level, transfer. This would be my scenario. After next season, he go down to a G5 level, perform, get his stock price back up. Then he come back to a Power 4 conference. I don't think he can afford to leave next year with the expectation of being a starter on a good team.
A good team? That's the operative word.
Well, on a higher level team.
Okay. Because they're a good team, then I think you're right. But otherwise,
right.
No.
And what I mean by is expect to be a starter. Like you're saying, if he's expected to be the starter next year, he should get some reps. I don't think there's many teams that he can go next year and expect to be the starter. Can he go there and win the job? Yeah. Why not win the job at the system you already know?
I feel like if he has protection, I think he may feel a little bit more confident. You realize the quarterback? You realize the quarterback we had lined up underneath center last year quit football completely.
All right.
Hey, you know what, man? Hold on. And the way the things going on in the world now, people shooting at the football game, I probably won't go to football games. Hold on. And you doing that, you doing all that. And I'm telling you, locally, Bryan Station is at the right down the street. I walked to Bryan Station games. And they had some stuff going on. And they was like, they moved their games up earlier because when the dice got dark, when it got dark out, they had some rumors or they had knowledge of gunplay.
So, go ahead. I'm gonna say this, and I understand your angle and your reasoning. I'm gonna say this. We both know, and I want fans to understand that some of y'all who say things about players and what you would do don't understand. We both know the difficulties of playing in college. And sometimes your perception of what you think college football is going to be and what it is two different things, especially when you become the starter, especially when you become the starting quarterback, especially when things are not. When he played in Georgia, he probably had the best O-line in his area. He was protected. He goes to Georgia. He's playing with 5-star players. He's protected. When your ass go to another team that is not, when they walk on the field, probably one of the top 15 talent teams in the country, and now you got to make everybody better, not everybody making you better, it becomes eye-awakening. What happened last year is Brock came into a situation where he wasn't allowed to play with, I got a best wide receiver. I just got to throw the ball to him. No, you got to work the system. You got to have knowledge and understand who might be open, who not. He didn't have that knowledge because he always tried to play with the best players. And now when your ass get hit consistently, you start questioning the shit. You start questioning, why am I playing this game? When I just, 3 years at Georgia, playing in mop-up duty, it was easy. I was playing against the worst players on their team, and my players were still better than their players. I don't think the Brock thing had anything to do with anything except he realized football really wasn't for him.
I'm gonna let you deal with that. I'm gonna let you slide with that. I think it's
slip and slide.
I think it's hard wash, but I'm gonna let you slide with it. Football ain't a sport you can just play. It ain't basketball. You don't get new shoes, get to play in an air-conditioned gym, no contact. They get fouled every time somebody touch you. Dude, you in the heat. You talking around equipment. You got to lift a whole bunch of weights. You got people trying to take your head off. You got a coach yelling at you every time you make a mistake. You got teammates messing up. There's just too many. Football is not a sport you don't play unless you tough or you want to play. And you don't find that out. I don't think you find that out this late in life. You know who found that out late in life? Napoleon Kaufman when I was with the Raiders. But he also made millions of dollars first.
But Brock also figured out that being the starting quarterback is a lot different than being the backup.
If he loved football, he can go play. He can go play at Eastern Kentucky. If he loved,
but he may not have loved football. He might have just been good at football, and it was a way for him to go to school.
That's it. I realized that even for me, I didn't love football to the level of some other players. I thought I loved football to the nth degree. When I got cut by the Rams, I'm like, I'm good. I got a concussion. I'm out of here. There are some players, like in minor league baseball, that go 20 years without getting to the majors and play minor league football. There are some players that truly love the game. And they'll get cut 8, 9, 10 times. Brock was not on that level. And there are guys that I played with in the NFL that didn't love the game. They was only playing only for the money. So I think for me, when you have something like for me, I'll say this thinking about it now. For me, I always had a security blanket. I had my something I was good at besides football, which was engineering. So I always knew that if it didn't happen, I always got this big blanket back here I can go dive on. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who don't. And there's some people who truly love the game. When you go play XFL, CFL, 40, dude, I just saw 40U tackle football game. You couldn't pay me $5 million right now to go play 50 on the football. You can pay me. Anthony, you could not pay me money right now. If someone came and got a briefcase and say, dude, I'll pay you $100,000 game. Dude, man, I'm good. There's no way. So there's some people just truly love the game. Brock didn't.
I will say this. I'm like you though. I'm exactly like you. And I tell my mom, I tell my family this all the time. I can't say I was particularly gifted. I was gifted in a sense, but I'm talking about I wasn't gifted as half as much as a lot of people I've seen around me. Like, why am I? But I was like you. I just played. I didn't play it because I loved it. I played it because I was good at it. But once I was good at it, the disrespect of not being able to win or you thinking you can beat me, that's what drove me. It was not that I love playing the game. I love the crashing and I like the camaraderie. And I love the ability to challenge myself every play. 70 plays a game, whatever. Challenge yourself. But nah, the practice and the everything else that led up to it and playing through injuries. No, I ain't like none of that. But my point, so I would never be one of the people say I love the game. I knew I was going to go. Here's the difference though, man, when you were saying all that. And that's why I brought up the Napoleon Kaufman thing. Because Napoleon Kaufman was in the same locker room or the same meeting rooms with me. And I just say he was a nice guy, man. And the other thing is, with Napoleon Kaufman, he got a call from a higher government, from a higher being, and he walked away. Okay. Tyrone Wheatley was mad. He was talking all kinds of stuff behind his back. Like if you cussed in practice, Napoleon to say something. Come on, brother, man. Come on, we don't have to. So my point, but if you make it to that level, here's the thing, man. Now riddle this: if you make it to that level and you decide you don't love the game, what could you have done to have made it to, just like you said, you made it to the NFL and decided you was done, even if you didn't love it. I'm saying this. So Brock made it to Georgia because he was probably better than the people he played against in high school. Now you made it where the competition is stiff. You don't want to push back. That was the only reason I loved that's the only thing that drove me to keep playing the game was the push back. We got to get to the game because we talking about. But a lot of this got to do with this upcoming season, but we didn't tangent too far off into our personal thing. But that was my thing. You think you're gonna beat me? I'm gonna show you otherwise. I ain't big enough. I was 189 pounds playing Like I told you, I heard you on KSR. They was asking about Mo, and man, Mo's way more muscular than me, but I was only like 5 pounds smaller than him. Lighter, I mean.
Mo wasn't that big. People understand. Mo was
Yeah.
not that big. Look, Anthony, and we'll stop here. This is when it's crazy when you have professional players who played on that level say things about themselves. And I'm going to say this as a guy now who's 50 years old, who's out of shape, who's fat, who's lazy and all this stuff. When y'all hear elite players talk about that, they're comparing themselves to the elite of the elite. I'm still faster than the average. You got another 50-year-old, I'm still stronger, faster, knock his ass out. So all this stuff Andy talking about, he's not gifted. He's not as gifted as the top 0.2% of athletes in the world. Any other person, 5 years older, 5 years younger, Anthony is more athletic and gifted than the average person. I just want people to understand that. When we talk like this, we're comparing ourselves to the elite less than 1%. Because that's some bullshit. Then talking about, well, I wasn't gifted. I just got a scholarship to a SEC D1 team. No, I was slow, had no feet, couldn't catch the ball. But no, come on, man.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because of the gifts. I had vision. I had balance. I had vision. I had balance. That was a difference. I can anticipate. So, we go into the game, man. Get to it. Now that we got the depth chart out, if anybody didn't see the depth chart, how can I make this? Let me see. I'm gonna share it just in case no one saw it. If you're living under a rock and you didn't see the depth chart, here's where we are. Wait a minute. How you work this thing so quick? I don't normally work it. Let me see.
Depth chart, I could probably find.
Oh, share screen. That's where it's at. There we go with the depth chart. Who are we covering up? I'm gonna go back to the side. Nope. I'm gonna make it full screen. We'll be behind the screen.
Okay.
There we go. The depth chart. Any surprises to you?
No.
Offensive.
No. Surprising.
Is Kendrick Law? Is he hurt? And you still never answer my question. I don't know if Stoops is blowing smoke. I think some of this stuff is smoke and mirrors. Like we might not even see Kendrick Law. We may, and I say that because we may not even need him.
Kendrick Law's the starter.
If he's hurt, we may not see him. Save him for.
Oh, if he's hurt,
how hurt is my question?
Yeah, I have no idea.
But you got him listed on here as a starter, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they have him listed as a starter. So I'm gonna go with the list. I don't know.
You may not see Brian Robinson too soon, Brian.
Yo, it is so hard, Anthony, for people to really get the grasp of when you get to this level. Just because what you did in high school don't mean shit on this level. It's just like NFL. There are undrafted free agents who beat out second-round picks. It don't matter. There's obviously, look, coaches do have favorites. I don't want coaches gonna lie to you and say,
you definitely know that.
Coaches have favorites. It's a truth to it. On top of that, though, they're gonna play the guys who can save them their fucking job. It's gonna save them their job. Brian Robinson is not better than the guys in front of him. I don't know what he's doing, what he's not doing, or it could be just the guys that's better than him. If you are not executing and making plays during practice, you won't see the game field. So obviously he's either not executing or making plays because the guy seems like he's gonna work. Like the work ethic isn't a problem.
Right.
It's got to be a field thing. It's got to be if you're supposed to have backside B gap on counter, he's overrunning the ball. Like there's so many other things technically that he's not doing probably. Is the reason why he's not on the field. Because the guy seems like he'll work his ass off. So it ain't that. We ain't got to worry about that.
And the other thing about that too, though, is, man, I know Josiah Hayes has been around for a while, but you got Gerard Smith, making his way up the ladder and the second spot. Tavion Gasson making his way behind Khalil Sanders, who's been here for a minute. So, like you said, if you not, and that's one thing you always have said on this show, you said it all the time. If a youngster jump you, now mind you, Brian, what is this? His red shirt freshman year or red shirt sophomore year?
Maybe red shirt sophomore.
Was him and Gerard the same year? Him and Gerard's the same year.
All right.
I believe so.
Yeah,
it's but Gerard is a sophomore, so I think it might be Brian's red shirt freshman year.
Okay.
Because I don't think, and then like I said, you got David Gusta came in and jumped over Josiah Hayes. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's either Stoops is probably real smart.
Brian Robinson, redshirt freshman.
Okay.
So he's still young. And y'all, and then the trenches take time.
I don't think hold on. I'm gonna ask some. I don't know if B Rob can play. And tell me this, Van, what you think. And this is funny that he asked that. If B Rob can't play D-line, interior D-line, and I'm saying you gotta be a different kind of guy, but you also, for you to be exceptional, you have to have some other tools. You have to be able to do some other things. Right. Like you can't just bull rush, because in this league you can't bull rush. I mean, you gotta be able to pick a side, swim. You gotta be. If you ever watch that film of Reggie White throwing grown man, you gotta have some shit to you. Hold on. Yes. But he says, and this is which kind of funny to me, but it's a good question. That's why I like listening to you talk with other people. That he says, wait, maybe he needs to move to O-line. Do you think O-line is easier than D-line when you backpedaling with 300 pounders coming at you?
And then my question is, did he play O-line in high school? Because in this era of
level,
football,
I don't give a damn.
In this level,
it's hard
football,
to backpedal and stop a freight train.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Anthony. If, like, for example, I don't want to say his name, the guy that left to go play at Auburn probably should have played offensive line, because he was a great offensive lineman, but he came with the pedigree of being a great offensive lineman. I've never heard of anything Brian Robinson being a offensive lineman. So you just can't learn that position. So that's a big no. It is. Look, man, Anthony. I know you're supposed to talk about this game, but you got me on this one. As a guy now who coaches high school players, it bothers me to the nth level of delusional players and delusional parents. We are too worried about the schools and this and that, or where our kids, or where me as a player wants to go to. Go to the place where you can be successful. And now with the new rules, you can transfer later. Stop all this shit of trying to go to a place where you can't fucking play. Period.
Understood.
Damn.
The other thing they was asking was, now we back on the screen, so watch what you're doing over there. Watch what you do. But so the other thing they were asking was the receiving room.
Yeah.
Where's Gilmore to move? Where's the question?
It was just, I think it was a bunch of R's. It wasn't like a definitive starter as I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but I'm saying none of this stuff bothers you at all. Like none of it concerns you. I ain't gonna, like I said, you the one who act like we gonna get 9 or 10 wins. Oh, that's
I never said 9
or 10. OG Bibbs say he think that Gilmore gonna be the top dog. So a guy that that was behind Jamari Macklin, and you tell me that Law gonna be the guy.
No. To me,
or you say Law is gonna be dynamic.
Yeah. Going off of just what happened last year and watching the film last year and watching his ability, the only thing that concerns me about Macklin is him catching the ball across the middle, because he got gator arms sometimes. That's the only concern. But as far as getting open, he was consistently open last year, and was not given the ball. And when I say consistently, there's at least 2 or 3 times per game where he was butt naked open and Brock was looking for Dane Key. So I'm looking at him being the number 1 receiver. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm liking Macklin as number 1. To me, it's interesting that we have not, at least I have. You tell me, have you heard a lot about J.J. Hester?
I have not.
I've heard a lot more about DJ Miller than J.J. Hester. So it's kind of interesting that DJ Miller is not the or with Gilmore. I guess that'll be something that's interesting.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, man. If you think I'm crazy, just say it. I think Stoops is just playing mind games. I think he's just playing mind games. Because for what I'm hearing from the inside, and you know, well, you don't know because you ain't been doing media that long and everybody loves you, is that our SDIs, SIDs, they can do whatever they want to do.
Okay.
And these are the same SIDs that was in school when I was in school.
Right.
I didn't get a whole lot of interviews unless I messed up or had a great game. And I didn't mess up a whole bunch, and I didn't have a whole lot of great games.
Right.
I had to have 100 yards rushing and receiving to get it. So my point is, when they start marketing somebody, I don't know what their agenda is, but as we talked about, was that me and you? It must have been last week. When he said there ain't been a whole lot of talk about Macklin. Nope. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, there ain't been a whole lot of talk about Hester.
Nope.
Am I still audible? Because my screen is out.
Is your screen out? Yeah. I can still hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't look. I think I heard today. I saw today in a group chat that your boy over at South Carolina, the coach that I like to remain nameless, is not releasing a depth chart for this week.
Wow.
To his opponent. So I don't know, man. It's interesting stuff. I've heard some stuff where their depth chart is in alphabetical order. I think West Kentucky did. Like, come on, man. This is just football. Look, dude. Some guys are just really particular and anal about stuff. It is what it is.
That's what I would do, though. I would do that. I would be that type of coach. Like, who was that? Was that Mike Leach or was it Hal Mummy that told Mike Leach to do? I think it was Mike Leach who left the wrong playbook, left a false playbook in the locker room after
Leach did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would be on all types of that stuff. You wouldn't be playing just against me, my team. You'll be playing against the antics. Like, you would never know. But I have, like I said, that at Jolie Dunn. I have all linebackers. I have everybody on the field to be 6'4", 220. So it'd be like, man, and are they coming? Or they not? Because they coming. You don't know which one's coming. They all can drop. They all got speed. That's what I don't know why y'all keep saying y'all think the wide receiver room is better than last year. I think it can be with the protection. And like I said, I don't know if Calzada's going to be much. If you don't have protection, ain't no quarterback. That's why I don't think none of the quarterbacks look good last year. We have a lot of protection. But y'all keep acting like Dane and Berrien can't play football.
And Brock Vandagriff last year short circuited.
Because he was getting hit.
No.
If your car, why you think they total your car out if you get enough damage to it?
Brock Vandagriff short circuited before. Okay, all right. Say it like that. So remember back in the day, we ain't even talk about football. Back in the day when you had the cars made out of steel, right?
The LTDs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Them motherfuckers could take a quarter. They they could take a hit and keep on chugging. Now we got to these damn fiberglass, damn thin fiberglass now where, oh my God, if a door bumped into it, it's a damn $1,000 repair. All right. Brock was worse than that, dude. Dude, Anthony, I'm telling you, I looked at all the pass plays from last year. Were there some bad situations? Yeah. The majority of them wasn't that bad. That motherfucker short circuit. I just showed you on 1 hour shows a few weeks ago where he had guys wide open. He ain't throwing them. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Last year was on the quarterback more than it was on the O-line.
You know what we need to do? We need to get a young quarterback coach in here. We need to get a real. You know why? Because even if you say that about Brock, and maybe Brock might have been a little frail, maybe he, come from a wealthy family. With a name like Vandegrift, I'm sure he had a backup plan.
Well, his dad is a high school coach, so he ain't that rich.
Right. His last name is Vandegrift. Anything you got a chance in life. Here's the thing. A year prior to that, 2 years prior to that, Will Levis short circuited several times. Like boneheaded thing. Like you run out of bounds, you out of the pocket, you run out of bounds and lose 3 yards instead of throwing the ball away. You lower your shoulder instead of throwing the ball away. You take a strip sack instead of throwing the ball away. Or throwing it to an open guy. But I'm saying we need to have somebody, because you and I speak the same language when it comes to our quarterback play the last couple of years. We just don't have no consistency in what they're going to do. They just, like you said, it seems like they just get scared out there on the field, and they need to take Adderall before the game. Take Adderall.
We ain't pushing drugs, man. We ain't pushing drugs.
Who ain't?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
The
viewpoints that just was the viewpoints from Anthony White alone. Not the locker, not Van House.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Bills.
Anthony, that damn Mississippi State game, like these seasons of 9-win seasons could have been much better.
Yeah.
Not for quarterback play.
Yep.
Terry Wilson was the same way. That Mississippi State game with Will Levis was a travesty. And like Will said, and people look, and I know when I say this shit, what I'm about to say, it's all gonna go to the ears of the people who are already watching, so it don't really help us. But people should tune into this show because we both said Devin Leary was better than what people think he was. That season was not on Devin Leary.
Right.
It just wasn't. If you want some, in my estimation, just like I said, when Boulware came in the first year with special teams, that season to me was more on Liam than it was on Devin Leary. You can't beat Mike Morris. We ain't got Mike Morris talent. We ain't got Orlando Pace as your left tackle. Like, you can't do this shit. Sometimes you got to do the Eddie Gran and morph your scheme to the talent level of your quarterback. And I don't think we did a good job of that Devin Leary's year. He didn't put up bad numbers either. He had some bad games, but so did Will Levis. Shit.
I will. It's two other things. Two other things I wanted to get to about going into this game too, because this game is going to dictate a lot. If all these people you jumped in front of, and you and I both have said this for a long time on the show, if both of you guys, if all these people they bring in, they jump these guys and they ball out, like here's the thing, and that's our boy. And I'm gonna go back, but so they jumped Tim Couch over Billy Jack. That's our homie. That's my homie. He Van's class, but he was a damn leader and a baller.
For sure.
So, but you can't complain about what happened afterwards. And like I said, Billy Jack should be mad because Billy Jack ain't do nothing to lose his spot at the hometown school. It was just somebody came in with a whole bunch of hype. I was still here. Like I said, when the Dusty Bonner so if you jump somebody over somebody and it works out, nobody can really say nothing. The team is happy. I'm just looking at this depth chart, Van, and we done jumped a lot of people And this is why I wanted to go to the defensive front. Like, Khalil Saunders is the only name from last year that's going to be on that defensive front, including Jack. So, if we don't want to return to where we were at last year, would that provide dissension in the locker room? Oh, he done brought him again in front of me. He ain't doing no better. Whoop-de-woo. Like, you might not be no good, but if the other person in front of you getting his head toe off,
Okay.
that's my concern about. That's why I got us winning big against Toledo. And if we don't, then Mark Stoops has been blowing smoke. But I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think he's being deceptive. But I'm just looking at all these positions. Go ahead.
No, but how's he blowing smoke when he ain't say shit? He just putting stuff on
He
paper.
blowing smoke by changing the lineups. Here, okay, so I said I had two things. Let me hop right to
Okay.
the second thing then. Let me get
Okay.
immediately to the second thing then. Immediately to the second thing is if Seth McGowan starts the game, say he goes 20 yards, 10 yards. Not it could be back to back in my 20 yards. Break off a 30-yard, get inside the 20, whatever. Say we inside 20. So we got to be damn near close. Okay, you might at that point you'll put Dante in. Say he has a bunch of big runs, and then they throw Dante in the middle of the field at the 40, at our 40, at day 40, like in the middle of the field, like for some plays. And Dante, like I said, that may not be his game. It may be. Dante may break off another one. Now, this is Toledo, so if you don't do it against Toledo, you ain't got too many opportunities to do it. You got two more, but they are far between. There's one coming up soon, and the one is way later in life. The whole point is, I'm telling you, like I said, you never had experiences. I'm telling you what I've experienced. So I'm sitting there like, dude, this dude ain't doing nothing. Like me and Mike Days used to always go back and forth about that Indiana 3-0 game. That 3-0 game. Dude, you didn't score. Well, I had 100 yards. And this is one thing that's funny. Whenever somebody say that, I said this about other running backs when me and you talk about Chris Rodriguez and just other running backs in general. Well, I had 100 yards. Do you realize if we had so-and-so in the would have had 200? So that's where I'm at with this whole thing. I don't think Stoops rejuvenates himself if all these guys he jumped in front of a lot of people don't perform Saturday. Or like I said, if they don't perform Saturday and he makes a lot of adjustments Saturday for Ole Miss, that's gonna tell us a whole lot, and that's what I'm concerned about. I love the depth chart. I love the depth chart on paper and what I've heard. But if this stuff don't work out, man, you lose. You probably lose Patterson. You may lose Patterson as well. You may lose. You're gonna lose Wilcox definitely. Unless hold on. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. I get to talk too. But if you don't have the balls to make a decision, then you're gonna lose Wilcox. Because if 2 or 3 games in the season you see that either Seth still ain't got it, if you have to sit out a while, or Dante ain't got that breakaway, but the holes are there. Say Dante gets 6. Say boom, would have got 50. I'm assuming Jamarian, I'm assuming Jason would have got 60. If you continue to let that happen, you're going to completely lose the locker room again, and that'll tell us what happened last year because you refuse to let your nuts drop and you refuse to hold these jokers accountable. But go ahead.
I'm going to say this. I'm looking at depth chart now. I'm going to say this first, then I'm going to get to what I really want to say. Isn't it not interesting that Dante is in front of Seth?
On the depth, right? That's what I'm telling you. That's what led me to some of that belief. But that's it may just be alphabetical.
And this is how I look at it.
It could be head games.
This is where I look at it, right? So, Anthony, you just said, like you said, we've said this many times. Someone jumps you, it's not a good thing. Here's the thing. These guys jumped these guys in spring, and guys still stayed. So one thing we know as players, as Terry Wilson did when he was at Oregon, when Justin Herbert came there and started throwing the ball, he's like, yep, I'm a backup. Players know who are players. So for all these guys, like you said, for Brian Robinson to stay here, for Jamarian Wilcox to stay here, for Tavion, like all the guys, like Josiah Hayes could have left. For him to stay here and for these guys to jump them, they got to be better because there ain't been no rumblings besides us. I haven't heard anything about Wilcox. I think Wilcox did go in the portal, then came back out. But we haven't heard anything about Wilcox going in the portal since then. Because, like you said, if I know I'm better. Now, back in the day, you couldn't do it because you had to sit out a year. Like, you had to really think about it. You had to really consider, is it worth me leaving, sitting out a year, and then playing? For these guys now who can go and leave and go to another place and play right away, it don't matter. For these guys, for the guys that got jumped, because many people left, for them to be still on this team, says to me that the guys in front of them, they feel like might be better than them.
With the exception of Jamarion Wilcox, here's another perspective, Van House, because this is the locker, and we allowed to share our perspectives. The other side of that, Van House, is, but y'all can't, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, so y'all can't use this shit earlier, and now I want to try and avoid it. Or, where am I going to go and play? I'd rather be a backup here than try to beat somebody out at another school, unless they just don't want to go down a level. Because if you're a backup here, you should be able to start at a non-power 4, or like I said, you want to go to EKU or maybe Western, because Western had a good program there for a minute. So Western might not be that easy to just dig your cleats in. So, but it'd be easier in the SEC. Or you could go down to the Little Brothers of the Port. Go down to Louisville because Vince already know you. Hey Vince, man, look, dog.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm expecting the 3 touchdowns. I'm expecting the 20. What I have it? 25-10. No, what was it? 25-10. 25-10. Yeah. No, I thought I had a 20-some point victory. I know I didn't say 35-10. Ooh, I meant 25-10 if I said 35-10. But everybody act like it's gonna be tight.
Yeah. I'm going back to this. Toledo last year finished 500 in the MAC. They lost their best offensive player. They lost the wide receiver who was a stud. They were 4-4 conference. They lost to the team that guess who played last year? We did. We beat them 41-6. We beat the MAC champion 41-6 last year. With that 4-18. What's up, JD? So now, lo and behold, oh my God, Toledo's going to beat us now. The score, in my estimation, is going to be 38-10. There's no way.
Man, you got that from me, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's either going to be 38 or 45. One of the two.
Damn, no, I ain't going that far.
We put 41 on Ohio with Brock Vanderbilt. We put 41 on Ohio.
Damn,
why can't we score more points with the same coordinator with a better quarterback and a better O-line?
Because you don't have Danny Key or Barry Brown.
Do you want me to look up the stats for Danny Key and Barry Brown that game?
Nah, you ain't gotta do me no favors.
Y'all, it's amazing to me how we get, I've said it so many times and it pisses me off to the nth degree, how we don't get the fucking benefit of the doubt ever. Ever. It amazes me. And here's the great thing about it. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I'm not sure this is the reason, but why not? Shit. If I don't pat myself on the back, who's gonna do it? I was the first person.
Back. You say you need to be kicked in the back.
I said pat myself on the back, not kicked. I don't want to be kicked. I said earlier than anyone else, that we was going to go at least 6-6. And now all of a sudden, people come out of the woodwork. or we're going to win 7, or we're going to win 8. But a few months ago, y'all were saying we were going to win 2. Why can't we get the benefit of that? Why can't we get, oh, well, this year, why can't we get to score 40 points again? I don't get it.
There we go.
Well, I would say this, Anthony,
Okay.
I was wrong. That game last year,
Dane had 11. Dane had 7 for 145.
7 for 145. Barry Brown had 5 for 28. That ain't good. That's a rushing stat. 5 for 28 is rushing yards. How you catch 5 passes and only get 28 yards?
They must. I guarantee they promised him 10 touches a game.
Who? Barry or Dane?
Barry, because he had 7 targets and 1 rush attempt.
Yeah,
I think the game was too far out of hand, but I think that I know they made a bargain with him. I'm saying that I just speculate that, but I guarantee they guaranteed him 10 touches.
maybe.
That's 2 touches every quarter.
Yeah,
3-ish, 2, 3. And that ain't tough. Shit, if you that good, would you not want 2.5 touches every quarter?
Anthony, this is horrible. Anthony. Guess how many plays we had total for the game?
41 rushes, 27 passes,
That's not a lot of plays. To score 41 points?
68.
68 plays to score 41 points?
Today 49?
They had 51. Think about it. That's not a lot of plays.
You keep
I
on
know
going.
y'all in the air raid
You've been doing
average
this play
80.
stuff for a long time, man. Huh?
I know y'all in the air raid had to average 80, at least upper 70s.
Yeah, I think you want to shoot for 70. I think you want that to be your baseline.
That's what I'm saying.
But it was what I just say? I just did the math. What was it? 60 what?
68.
68. It was only a couple plays under.
But
And
Anthony, that's
And it was behind the woodshed. We just ran the clock out.
Anthony, hold on. You acting like we are an explosive team that had 60-yard catches. No, that ain't us. We ain't explosive. We ain't scoring in 2 plays.
They ain't had a 42-yarder.
To score 41 points in 68 plays?
They ain't had a
And you
42-yarder. Stephen Anthony Brown Stevens had 25 yards. Fred Ferry had a 20-yarder. Barry Brown had a 23-yard rush for a touchdown. He was averaging 23 yards a game at the beginning of the season, rushing. Should have made him a running back.
Interesting. But
And I forgot that was the game that was called due to weather.
No. The Southern Miss game was called.
I was going to say that's what they said. I was thinking. I didn't think that was a game.
No, that game. I will say this: if that team last year put up 206 yards rushing, 282 passing, we can do the same. And here's the thing. Here, look, man, I fucking hate this shit. Anthony, you know what I hate, man? As you said earlier, people blowing smoke up your ass. All right.
Pause. Yes,
Pause.
no pause, because I do hate it.
Yeah, same here. Their quarterback, Toledo quarterback, is better than Ohio quarterback last year. I will give you that. However, I like when people say, well, the secondary for Toledo is great. Who have they played? It's the same thing I said about our secondary last year. We got great numbers. Why? Because people was running down our throat in the second half of games. Pause. So It don't matter, dude. Stats don't tell the whole story.
Right.
It just doesn't. So for everybody to say, well, they have experience. Well, damn, Anthony, if you was good enough in the secondary, don't you leave your junior year? If you so good, you're in the elite corner, you ain't playing another year.
Right.
So therefore, if y'all got experience, y'all been playing together a long time, y'all probably are good, But don't give me this shit where they are just world stoppers against the passing game.
Name could be Jeremiah Smith, though.
He was a freshman last year.
I know. So you saying if you that good, you would leave. You can't leave somebody. Hey, sometimes
Well,
you
well,
just
okay,
that
okay,
good
yeah,
and you young, boy.
Right.
But
So-
nah, I'm with you, man. I say I don't know. Alex, I don't know what we gonna do, man. I mean, hey, man. I do think we got to come out and make a statement. But then again, here's the thing. This was gonna tell me a lot about Mark Stoops, because all the problems we had last year was all based on Mark Stoops. Whether him and Vince, if it was him and Vince, he let them dudes get away with too much. If y'all want to say he let him get Vince, if y'all won't be the ones want to blame Vince, Vince did it. He let Vince get away with that as well. So if I think if he's rededicated, it's gonna tell. If he want to play these smoke and mirror games, I love it. Like I love it. And I'm saying, what I played a game, I coached a game, I called 2 plays all game. Now, mind you, we scored like 40-something points. It was like 40-something to 6. But the point was, they was like, you just keep running the same thing. And I do the same thing in Madden. Boop, boop. I run it. And if you call it different defense, I'll throw it. So you just call him, I'll show you my playbook when you make me show you my playbook. So if Mark Stoops comes out and plays that type of football and we get 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, and there's a 17-6 win or 17-3, I'll take it. Now the fan base is gonna be mad and they're not gonna like it. But like I said, it's something that don't sit right with me right now, because everything made a whole lot of sense until these depth charts started coming out. And like you said, the verbiage on the depth chart, and he's either real smart or real dumb. Because they do, your ass, they call it a hot seat. Now he know they can't do nothing with him. Ain't nobody paying out no 30 million. He not Jimbo Fisher. They not about to do that. We not Texas A&M. They not about to do that. But by the same token, you got a little integrity tied to this. And everybody gonna be singing Janet Jackson if you F around this year. Because whatever you did for those past 7 years, because all everybody talk about is 4-8. You ain't never had no coach have 2 10-win seasons. And now all of a sudden, all y'all know is he went 4-8. I wonder how they did Barrett.
That's the weirdest dude. You know what fucking kills me, Anthony? Is people say this is how you can just pick apart stats and how they don't matter. When we were winning games, right? When we won 21, I mean not 21. We won 10 and 18. Then what we won 8 and 19. Then we had the 2020 season. Then we won 10 again. No one says, Anthony, during those times, how many games we won and lost. But now, right? But then what they're gonna say, right? So then they're gonna say when I was hearing from our fans that pissed me off when we was in that stretch. Well, he only won such and such amount of SEC games during the time. They don't talk about the total record. Then when you go fucking 2-6 and 1 when you start, how's your record gonna get better? Like, but so now the last thing I heard was the last 3 seasons we went like 18 and such and such. Man, shut the fuck up. I hate that to the nth degree.
Yeah,
because then you just cherry picking. Or we haven't won such many games. I want people to understand this, y'all. There are certain schools, and I would never say you won't have your moment, but there are certain schools that are going to be, their record is going to be their record before the season even starts. Do you think Northwestern is going to win 10 games 4 or 5 years in a row? Nope. Do you think Wake Forest is going to end up winning 9 games 4 seasons in a row? No. Do you think, who else? I can't think of teams anymore, but there are teams. Boston College is going to end up winning 10 games, 6 out of the next 10 seasons. It ain't gonna happen. We got to be realistic, y'all. And for us to win 10 games was amazing. I understand some of y'all are 20-some years old, and that's all your adolescence is us winning. History is history. And for someone to be like we only won 14 games in 2 seasons, don't know UK history. 14 games in 2 seasons is pretty damn simple. We was over for 12. And we're still in this conference. We all say we're in the toughest conference in the country. But now you just think we're just gonna rattle off and we're gonna finish what 7-1 in the SEC. Come on, man. Let's be realistic.
I got some stuff to break down. I got some stuff to break down to you. But I want to say this based off what you said. And we are, well, you're not an implant. I am. Here's the thing. I ain't afraid of it because, man, it is what it is. Like, I'm a logical person. I take everything step by step. What's going to F around and happen for all y'all football, I've had tickets for 40 years. If you are over 30 years old, what's going to happen, y'all? Y'all going to F around and miss a good thing. I'm not saying that Mark Stoops is the best that Kentucky's ever going to be. You not going to see it. You ain't going to see it because all y'all talk about is Bear Bryant. How long ago was that? And if you look at Rich Brooks' numbers wasn't nowhere near what Stoops has done. Only person close is Bear Bryant, but it's just wasn't longevity. I ain't going to talk about segregation or none of that either. But I'm telling you, you are watching the best football Kentucky has ever had. I'm not saying you should accept it. Me and Van talked about this on Sunday morning a couple weeks ago. The one thing that what Van is saying, we all talking about, we won 8 weeks. No, we need to go to the playoffs. We only won 4. It's hard as hell to win a football game no matter who you played against. Van came when we played against Northeast Louisiana. Now, we beat them. Man, we walked out there wounded. I'm talking about me, D. Homer, Craig. I don't know if they got to Tim a whole lot, but I said, man, I was like, man, y'all was hitting. Like, it would. I don't care about the scoreboard. When you caught that, foul. I'm telling you, the fan base, you're gonna F around and complain and not go to the games. I'm not doing this. I want Stoops gone. You F around and miss on the best. If you consider yourself a football fan, if you just a Kentucky fan, yeah, all you're gonna do is switch to basketball. Yeah, Pope is this. I'm telling you, this is the best football. And I'm telling you, Van has went 1-10, and I'm not poking fun at him, but he has seen the worst of it. And I don't know if everyone's 0 something, but I'm saying you're not gonna get no better. So y'all can sit around and say, I'm not dealing with him. I'm not going to the game. I'm not this. If like I said, if it gets bad, then you have a right to complain. Get a man 2 years. I ain't gonna say 2 years. If it goes bad this year, give him another year to recover. But whatever it is, what you have witnessed is the best that y'all have ever witnessed. Again, if you're over 30. If you're under 30, you might think being Florida is a regular.
And I'm going to say this, because I hear this a lot too, Anthony, about how we are an unserious operation as a program. And when as a person who's in the Deep South, we have an unserious fan base right now.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. The reason why Coach Stoops turned the program around is because he was given resources. If y'all don't come to games and the resources get stripped away, who is going to want to coach a program in the toughest conference in the country with lower resources? They won't come here. So for all this shit about we ain't gonna do this, we ain't gonna do that, don't do it. And if y'all want John Summerall, y'all can lose him, because what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna blame Mitch for not getting John Summerall. When in all honesty, it's y'all. Because if I am a top-notch coach, and I see, we all know in the coaching profession, they all know how hard it is to win at Kentucky. There ain't no coach that is saying, "Oh well, shit, anyone can win in Kentucky." This ain't Georgia, Alabama, Florida. Like, no one is saying that. So if y'all let go and say the things that you're saying about the best coach that you have had record-wise in a long, long time, coach is gonna feel like, well, fuck. What if I go there and I win 6 games? Are they gonna ask for my head at Kentucky? Motherfucker, why would I go to Auburn and get paid shit ton of money? And then if things don't go right, because I'm gonna have the resource, I'm gonna have the actors, I'm gonna have the players, I have access to a whole lot more. Y'all are setting yourself up for failure. Because here's the thing, Anthony, I'm gonna get off. I only remember since in my history of 2 coaches that the fans revolted on. They revolted on Coach Curry. And we got, now I'm not saying, but stands got empty. The stands got empty. And we got Hal Mumme. Y'all was fortunate. Because Hal Mumme came from Valdosta State.
Right.
I don't know too many people in the fan base say, "Oh, yeah, it's the greatest high ever." Would they say that now? Yeah, but during the time, no. The other one's Joker Phillips. And we got Mark Stoops. Who is Mark Stoops? A defensive coordinator from Florida. So I want you to understand, y'all do this again, who you gonna get? You ain't gonna get people say, "Oh, we're gonna get that guy. Oh, we're gonna get that guy." Oh, dude, this is not a traditional powerhouse where you can say, "Oh, well, it's obvious we can get that guy." It ain't gonna happen, man. Everybody's saying this shit about, oh, it is without a shadow of a doubt. When Stoops leave, we're gonna get John Summerall, and we missing our window because he. Come on, man. Unless y'all know John Summerall personally, and John Summerall's come to you and said, "Hey, Van, when Mark Stoops leaves, I want that job." If he hasn't said that to y'all, pump your brakes. Because I'm gonna just say this, Anthony, and I'm not a guy in the know in Kentucky, but I know some. I went to a high school with some pretty rich people. I do know some people down here. And what I'm hearing is Tulane is not worried at the least bit about Kentucky for John Summer. Now, I don't know if they fool themselves like we fool ourselves, but that's the program they're not worried about. The program they worry about, and I said this a long time ago, now people are starting, it's Auburn. Because he's turned down some other jobs.
Now, that is true. I got to go back to some of these comments now because Daniel do have a good point. If you look at where Florida was throughout Stoops' tenure, look at where Florida has been, where Tennessee has been. Like I said, they fan base keep getting happy. Our coach has been steady. Now, we've just been steady. No, we wasn't where Tennessee was. Well, actually, if we didn't wet the bed when we went down there that year when Tennessee was, what was they ranked, number 4, 3 or something, 6, something like that?
Were they top 10? Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were top 5, I thought. They might have been, they were top 10.
Okay.
But yeah, so like I said, our fan base is complaining. In Florida, Tennessee, and don't give me this, oh, they don't put up a mediocrity. They didn't have no choice. Like they were losing. Like, no, we ain't been dog walking Tennessee, but Tennessee's coaches have been rotating because they ain't been beating other people. We've been beating enough of them, and that's how hard it is. Only teams that can walk around here with they holding their britches saying, "Hey, I wish an MF would." Alabama, Georgia.
And that's really it.
Yeah, because LSU has ups and downs. Like everybody else has, everybody else been up and down.
I keep telling people this. Orgeron, I think, went 11 and whatever the next 2 years after that national championship year.
Yeah.
So if LSU can win 5 or 6 games in the back-to-back years, come on, man. It is. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this because if someone want to clip it, please clip this part with fans. I have no problem with y'all being disappointed because you should be disappointed. When it goes beyond that is when it gets cringy for me. Because if you thought the program's arc trajectory was going to go 10, 11, 12, 13. You're fooling yourself. Programs do this. Damn, Alabama just won 9 games last year, and we were fucking killed for a 9-win regular season. But that's their history, though. Look at Alabama's consistency of winning double-digit win seasons. We've had 2. It's like sometimes I'm like, be disappointed, but don't just fucking, I'm not going to the game now. Fuck the game. Fuck them. Win. Are you serious? You know what one thing winning programs do? Is when they hit adversity, they still support the program. And I'm hoping it's just a small minority and they're just loud and proud, but I just hear it too much. I hear it too much. This program is in the best. Football and all athletics is in the best it has ever been since I have known Kentucky. A 4-8 season, hopefully just a blip. They ain't go 1-10.
That gotta feel rough.
That 1-10 season was rough.
Hey, that 10th, that 11th game when you won in 9.
Hey, hold on.
Hey,
Hold on.
dog. Hey.
The worst part about it, that last game was against Tennessee.
Oh man, hey coach, man, I gotta hand me, coach. I ain't gonna be able to make the trip, man. I gotta hand me. 1-9. Nah,
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Anthony, about that? I realized how crazy I was. Because every week was a new week. I don't think about the 10 losses in a row until I got like the 30. When I was in the moment, it's like, okay, next game. All right, next game. Plus, for me, I was playing against the damn a stacked group of wide receivers each week. It wasn't no time to feel sorry for yourself unless you want to get exposed.
Right.
So every week was a new week, bro. Interesting. See, I got no problem with that. I'm gonna just say this, and I know nowadays with the internet, fuck. I'm glad we have the internet when we win 1-10. I can't. Fuck, dude. You would have to have some people on suicide watch. You would have to have some therapists in the fucking locker room. But here's the deal, man. The wheels didn't fall off last year, and that's why I'm so positive about this year. Because before I watched the games over, I did see us winning 4 games again or 5. I really did. I'm like 5-7 is the best we can do. But after watching the film again, that team last year wasn't a 4-8 team. They just wasn't. They should have won at worst 6 games. So when we say the wheels fall off, I don't like when fans go to the highest level of description about things. Hey, fuck you. When you go to the nth degree of, oh, it's this level. I want people to understand is that nothing went well for us last year. And I can harken back to some games that's like, I mean, the Vandy game still sits in my head. The damn Auburn game, we up 10-0. We get an interception to go up points, and we didn't get no points out of it. Like, it's not like when I watched the games over, the guys didn't quit playing. They did not. Even if you go back to the damn Texas game, it wasn't like they just rolled over. Now, that Louisville game was the game where they fucking rolled over. But all the other games, they were fighting. And that team was better than 4-8. And that's why I really think we should win 7 games this year. And here's the thing, and I end with this, is you got to look at the other teams in the conference. Other teams in this conference are going through hell too. They're going through some shit. And I know for a fact that Auburn and Ole Miss are going through some shit. Tennessee got a new quarterback. My upset alert, and I said this on this show maybe months ago, Syracuse is going to beat Tennessee in Atlanta. I guess I thought it was going to be Knox in Atlanta. Syracuse is going to beat Tennessee. I could be wrong, but Tennessee's got. You think we got unknowns? Tennessee lost their starting quarterback, their starting running back. They got guys getting in trouble, people not available in the first game in a marquee matchup, early morning game, just like us in Atlanta. Be on upset alert. People are going through shit too. It's not just all about us, about what other teams are going through too.
I got 2 things.
Go ahead.
What happened? I was going. So now it was something they said which was funny. You may not. I don't know. You may relate or not relate. But then I did want to say something. There's one other thing. Somebody said about us, why can't we want success in all sports? And it's funny as hell. When we were in school, so mind you, us, Wayne Turner, Ryan Mercer, and all them came in '95, me, Stu, and all them. Shit, Stu and Ryan Mercer was tight as hell. Like, man, we used to hang out with them dudes, man. We just happened now in '95. Now, mind you, in '95,
they won a national championship in '96.
'96, he got fired. But so I'm saying, but we was already cool with them. Like, we was cool with Anthony Epps, Delk, and all them. Like, even in '95. But when they was having success, they supported us when we had. So, like you said, I don't understand why our fan base, but I think our fan base trying to throw it in your face. But they act like we've been saying we don't know how hard it is. And I'm not throwing it in the fans' face like they don't. But it's hard to win a football game. 11 people got to be doing the right thing at the right time all the time. There's nothing in life, traffic, even your car can jump time. Your car can for everything to go perfect. I'm not saying Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. There are some schools that can overcome that stuff. But if you want, like Van was saying earlier, man, we not them. Our trajectory, we may have plateaued. I don't know, but I'm not gonna walk away while we like the first sign you see him slip. You took a step and you slipped. For the best, if you consider yourself a fan for the best football in your life, you see one slippage and you're like, I'm gone. We've been ascending the whole time. So my whole point was, why, like I said, why jump ship? Like, you know what? Hopefully, I'm watching basketball in the meantime, but hopefully we can turn it around. But I did want to ask you this before we get up out of here. It was funny because we always ask. I don't know why. Did you have, since this is game week, you got a pregame ritual before the locker room or in the locker room?
No. I guess
the first bus or the second bus to the stadium.
I think I always took the first bus. So I guess my ritual a little bit, and the ritual I guess it is a ritual, I guess. Yeah, I took the first bus. I put my shorts and t-shirt on, walk down the field, and come back. That's about the only thing I did consistently. I just walk the length of the field.
You didn't have no dressing stuff?
Mm-mm.
I was a lot like Deion and Marshall Faulk. When I was in college, Deion and Marshall Faulk was the people I looked up to. I used to hang my jersey in the back of the thing. I put my line my pants up on the floor with my socks. We had to wear the long socks. With my socks and put my shoes on the end of them, like Deion used to do. But Deion used to put his whole uniform on the ground. I used to keep, because my locker was right next to Q McCord's. We was so I always wore, in high school, I wore a Mickey Mouse shirt underneath that I had since I was a kid underneath my uniform. And I wore it as a freshman in the UK, but that joke was so battered by then. And I think it might have got lost in the bag. You know, Tony Neely used to act like, well, your bag came loose. I'm not Tony Neely.
Kalinowski.
Yeah. Your bag came loose. You lost a shirt that I'd have had since that shirt would have been legendary. Like that shirt would have been legendary. So put my Superman. So I had a Superman shirt. Put my Superman shirt on, pants on, socks on, walk around in them for a little bit. Try my shoes out because there's always new shoes. Y'all didn't get that luxury. I got new shoes every game.
Right.
Make sure, you know, so they was new. So I had to go out in the field and break them in because I did a lot of cutting. So I go out there and boom, run around the field, go all the way around the field, boom, 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 come back in. Then you know what I used to do? I used to catch a second bus. I used to do all that shit. Come around the locker room and just fuck with everybody. Just crack joke. Go in the defensive locker room. Because I got to be relaxed. I get anxiety. I get anxiety. So, because I told you, I don't stretch out or nothing before the game. Like, I'll be too tight. I'll be too anxious. Like, I'll be like, man. So I used to mess around. All right, come on, we got to go out. And, you know, we didn't stretch as a team because he said, if you want to stretch, you stretch by yourself. Everybody else, you didn't know that? That's why practice was so short. He was like, we're going to take that. You spend, 15, 30 minutes stretching.
Right.
20, 30 minutes stretching. So he took all that out. So everybody be stretching. I'm going around cracking jokes, man. Just messing around. Then when the game start, then I try to flip it on, but I tell everybody, if it was a wide open hole, I wasn't taking the first tote to the house because I wasn't even loose yet. I would. I kid you not. I kid you not. That's why where was it, in St. Louis or Oakland? I think it was in Oakland. Did you, when you was in St. Louis, or was it a pro thing that they had the trainers walking around? Because I never stretch, so I always be tight. I like to get my legs warmed up, or then they'll stretch you out. When you be like in the pros, like them jokers just come and push your back down and feel like your damn hamstring gonna pop. They used to do that all the time. But I wasn't used to stretching, and my muscles were still cold. Oh man, that was horrible. But yeah, it's funny. People are always like, "You have any rituals?" I don't know if it's a ritual, but I did the same dang on thing every time, and I don't know. No, but I did catch a second bus because I didn't want to get there too early because I'll be anxious too long. So I got there late, keep my stuff on, and I'll be every now and then I go look for my mom them in the stands, and I point to them or whatever. Then go back in. But when that's all I used to do is crack jokes.
Really? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but no, I didn't.
Curry probably wasn't gonna have that. Mummy didn't care, but I know Curry, but I wouldn't know later when Curry was there.
Yeah, no, I had no rituals. No, I didn't have no do that. I'll put your right sock on. No, man, get your ass dressed. Fucking football.
Indeed. All right, man. So, hey, 24-point Jones. I think it's gonna be at least 24-point Jones. At least. If they don't, coffee and UK mug, hoodie and leggings. Turning my phone off. I'm gonna do not disturb. Are you covering the game this year?
For me?
Yeah.
I got post game.
You know what? I'm thinking I got an outlet. I wonder if the NFL will. I know they keep sending me stuff about doing a podcast for the NFL, but I really don't want to do the NFL because there's too many people doing the NFL. But if NFL sponsors it, do watch parties like we used to do with UK Athletics, which Jeremy Jarman used to do. We should do a watch party.
That's interesting. I guess my only hang up is people want to listen to Tom Leach and whatchamacallit during the game, or
you can't do that. You ain't never watch. You don't watch your boys. You don't watch Mannings. Manning
No.
cast?
Anthony,
Uh,
this is something that you don't know
that's
about
for
me.
entertainment. That is for entertainment.
You don't know this about me either, do you? I turn all volume off. I don't listen to nobody.
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, I don't listen to nothing.
So that was my whole point. You watching the game, and we just kind of talk about, especially when they act, what happened there.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
But
let's do it.
I'm going to look into something.
Look,
I got a
Anthony,
short.
let's do this.
Hey, it's going to be monetized though. That's definitely going to be monetized.
Let's do this. Everybody who's watching this show right now, go on over to YouTube. Comment under this video if y'all want to watch us do
a watch party.
A watch party. And if enough people, well, let's say, Anthony, 100? 100 people say yes. All right. If 100 of y'all go on over to YouTube, you know what? And we'll do this. 100 people talk under it, or we get 50 new subscribers. We get 50 new subscribers, or 100 people say yes, they want to see it.
200 new you low selling. 200 new subscribers. If you just subscribe, it's going to be 200. You comment on it. We get 100 comments because we typically have 500 or more people watching. And if it's something, if we come in with something that's interesting to them, we have 1,000. But the point is, we wake up, we get 100, we get 200 or 300 every week, whether we just bull jiving or whatever.
Okay. All right.
So if you're not willing to comment or whatever, actually, it was just something I was thinking about because they keep on inboxing us. They keep inboxing me. So I'm just like, and it was fun when I did it with Jeremy Jarman. It was fun. And that way we can do it real time. Then by the time you get done later and you go back and break it down, we'll see how accurate we was in real time because my eye might be better than your eye.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know, on my NFL chart, my number one thing was vision.
Vision?
See that? Vision.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
So I'm gonna see, man. We'll see, man. But yeah, man. So, man, again, it's been a good week. It's game week. I think I had a 35-10 or something.
If you say,
no, you know it probably was 31-10.
Okay, I have a 38. I have a 38-10. We should score 40.
And if we don't, you're gonna be disappointed.
I really am. Unless, I would say this. Unless our time of possession is crazy, which means we just run the ball, and you can't score that much if your time of possession is crazy. If it's that, it should be 31-10.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm gonna see what Bush Hamlin got under his sleeve. Like Bush, if you don't take care of this time, boy, I ain't got a lot more mulligans for you. I'm gonna give him one more year though, as long as the offensive line is right. If the offensive line is right, the offensive line coach we just gave an extension to, he got some answers to do. Because you and Stoops gonna be walking out the door hand to hand.
I just say that bad offensive line y'all talked about last year ran the ball up and down on Georgia. That bad offensive line y'all talking about last year ran the ball pretty well. If this line is better, they should be able to tote that rock.
That's what I'm talking about, JD. Drop them bombs on before we drop the show. I'm telling you, Bush better have told Stoops, look, dog, don't look over my shoulder. Hey, I'll be just like the mother. Hey, once I call my play, I'm gonna wrap my little play sheet up like this. Like you ain't gonna be able to see nothing. Or be like, have mommy just have a little
You have about 5 post index card.
Yeah, little post note.
That joke was crazy. All right, quick story. Then we got I'll never forget, y'all. Back in the day, and I'm saying this to UK athletics, football, who does not let football players on the sideline anymore. Back in the 1900s, when they allowed former players to come on the sideline and watch games. Yeah, you can solo me out.
I don't have nothing to do with this.
So I'll never forget. Y'all was playing ULM. ULM meant something to me because the offensive coordinator for ULM was my offensive coordinator in high school, and my teammate, my buddy since Pee Wee football, was the running back on ULM's team. So that was kind of special for me. I walked on the sideline. I heard all the stuff. My ex-teammates, defensive players, were pissed off because they changed the scheme. They moved players down a position. You was a safety, you play linebacker. You was a linebacker, you play defensive lineman. You was a defensive lineman, your ass was probably out of here. So all that stuff is said, right? So I heard all this stuff about, I saw the highlights of Couch and Yeasty and McCord and Sanford and K. Cole. And like, oh, I saw all the A. White. There, I saw all. I'm like, wow, man, that playbook must be complicated. When I went on the sideline and that motherfucker pulled out that damn 3.5 by 5 damn index card and had it folded. It was folded and he unfolded it and he was making adjustments on the damn sideline on a fucking index card. I'm like, this motherfucker is a genius. I have never seen a play card that small and he made adjustments on the sideline on the go. And I was like, I was just mesmerized at a 3.5. These motherfuckers, who's the guy? Gruden and everybody has like damn placards on their damn hips. They have like multiple sheets, and he had y'all, no lie. I don't want to. If somebody would have told me this, I would say y'all were lying. But I saw my own 2 eyes a fucking 3. You know the 3.5 by 5 and they have the blue lines and the red on top. You got a heading. When you fold it over, there was no lines. That's what he had as his fucking playbook. That's crazy.
And that's what so when I coach, like I told you, man, that's what I told you. Like I said, when I coach, that's what everybody would be like, oh man, that's just basic. Okay. I ain't John Gruden, like a lot of verbiage, and all you do is one play. Oh, okay. That linebacker. Oh, you got a safety down. All right, let's send him in motion. You gonna let the linebacker guard the slot? Okay. Cool. Next time you go with the motion. Oh, you gonna ISO the running back with the mic? Cool. It's like I said, it was just, give me what you want and I'll take it. It was simple. It was simple mathematics, man. You probably had to be a math major, but it was extremely simple. But
yeah, fucking count 6 in the box, 5 in the box,
yep,
7 in the box.
We had one play. If you had 5 people in the box, we had one damn play, man. 35
was on.
Yeah,
inside zone.
You can go here. I can go all the way over here. I can go all the way over there. Or I can go right here. A bit
simple, man.
And B, you better get it. He slapped his head. 35. I'm gone. 5 people. Once them 2 tackles. Once them 2 one of the guard and tackles engage, and you got the center just getting up. Which way you gonna take him? Let's go. Hey, what's so? Hey, man, you taking me back, boy? I might suit up now, boy. Hey, y'all, can I come down there and play for y'all? Y'all Catholic, ain't y'all? Not Catholic, private.
Yeah, private. Yeah,
I got your eligibility left in high school.
Hold on. I want people to understand this. And shit, we going 2 hours right now. I want to say this, y'all. The little school I played, and this is what I want people to understand. People say, and I say this too, we're in 2A, right? But we're in 2A, though, which is really 4A for most people because we have a class of B and C that doesn't have football. So we're really 4A instead of 2A. But all our little 2A, y'all. Our little 2A, right? Guess where Derek Stingley played? He played in my district. Guess where I played? I played in my district. Guess where Stephen LaFleur that going to the Louisville Hall of Fame? He played at the same school that my sister went to. So all these little 2A schools in Louisiana be balling. I want people to understand that. 2A here ain't 2A everywhere else. We got the number 1 quarterback. That's my rival in the class of 2027, who's probably going to reclassify, come out next year after Nussmeier leave, and probably going to be the starting quarterback for LSU next year.
Sheesh.
So I just want people to understand, we play real ball down here. Even in the lower classification, we out here balling.
All right. Before we get out of here, AJ, I would not be eligible for a 45U league.
No, he's 50 you.
Just to make
AJ, he's 50 you.
I can play 50 you, but they got to pay. Hey, if they pay good, I play good.
Dude,
So,
they can't pay me. I'm dead serious. I don't think I get in shape for $5 million.
I don't think I'm terribly out of shape.
Shit.
I don't know. I don't know if I got the competitive. I do know when I play basketball now. Like I used to be able to just go up and just snag a rebound or whatever I want.
Uh-huh.
Now when I go up, man, there's somebody coming up over me. Like I'm doing me like I used to do people. That's what I'm like, man. So I don't want to try to reach for my left leg and it ain't there. I'm like, oh, I think I got that. And ooh, I don't want to do that.
I played football for over 15 years. Shit, 15 years.
You probably played more than that. I played for 20 something.
Okay, whatever.
I started when I was 5.5.
I ain't never been cut on. I ain't got no surgeries on my body. No scars, no nothing. Why would I go out there and pull my Achilles or ACL or throw my bro? It ain't worth it. I've been blessed to be injury free pretty much. Ain't no sense of me going out there and doing something stupid, break my ankle. Ain't never had a broken bone. Ain't never had no knee surgery, no ankle surgery, none of that. I'm good, bro. No limp, no arthritis. I'm good, bro.
I wouldn't mind showing some punks what real football is like, but I definitely don't want to be shown either. So
well, shit, and my size right now, I'm playing middle linebacker. I might be bored when I put my hands on the ground.
No, when they asked me to play arena football, I said I'm playing safety. I ain't taking no more hits. I'm playing safety. I'm not taking no hits. No, if you ever talk to Tony Franklin when he asked me, he's like, you want to play? I was like, I ain't playing running back. No, sir. And at that point, I was a good 210. You know, when I was with you, I was 185.
Right.
Man, I was gonna be like David Fulcher. I'm coming down, just laying. I'm just laying wood. Anyways, all right. So we almost about 2 hours, but we ain't gonna give y'all completely 2 hours. But next week, if you haven't been watching the locker, you new to the locker, because I noticed there's a lot of new names, a lot of new comments. We're gonna have film to break down. We don't break it down like Van do when he get his personal time, but we have objective views because defense think defense supposed to win, offense think offense supposed to win. So we'll pick out 45 minutes worth of plays, 30, 45 minutes worth of plays, or pivotal plays in the game, to see where we at. We'll break that down. I'll come back next week. Van keep on talking about, man, getting the thing monetized. So if you're going to enjoy it, man, enjoy it now, because everybody keep paying Van. He can't keep doing it for free. And I ain't got the money to pay him. So we going to be back next week with film highlights and a 20-plus point win. If you didn't bet for the 20 point, you fooled yourself. You made a mistake. Play the lottery. The lottery should be drawing here in 4 minutes. So get your ticket next to you. I got mine. We'll be back next week.